So now we have finally finished one layer, which is one side, and all these other pieces match and form a T. So there are a bunch of ways to solve one layer, but this is easy with a good speed. So now to solve the second layer, since the sectors are already solved, we just need to solve the 4 edge pieces. So luckily, we are very fortunate to have one edge piece already solved, green and red. So now to solve the other edge pieces, there is a way. So we search for edge on the bottom layer, which doesn't have yellow. There are 4 edges on the bottom layer. This one contains yellow. This one doesn't contain yellow. So we are lucky. So the top color is blue and the bottom color is orange. This is orange. So we take it to the top color and make a rod or like a T. Then the bottom color is orange. We move it away from the bottom color. Blue and orange, the goal is here. Blue and orange should come here. So we hold blue as our front and we bring the goal down. Then we make a rod again. Then we bring the goal up. Then we see that these 2 colors are same. So it's a different type of connection. So we rotate the cube and solve this corner using fish hook only. There's some different methods to solve a corner, but for this, when they are connected, you solve using fish hook only. So away, down, inside, up, and that solves the edge. So now we go for another edge piece. So this edge has yellow, this edge has yellow, this one finally doesn't have yellow. The top color is blue and the bottom color is red. So we move it to blue and make a rod. Red is here, so we move it away from the bottom color. We keep blue at the front. The goal for this piece to come is here, so we bring this down. Sometimes some people keep red at the front, so they bring this down. Instead we should bring this down. We make a rod again. We bring this up. They are connected. So we can see that this should come here using fish hook. So the fish moves away, the hook comes down, the fish enters the hook and the hook goes up. So now we have finally solved 3 out of the 4 edges. So the final remaining one is this. So we hunt for edge on the bottom layer which doesn't have yellow. This contains yellow, this contains yellow, this contains yellow, and this contains yellow. So we see the top color is orange and the bottom color is green. So we move it to orange and make a rod, but the rod is already fixed. Then green is here, we move it away from the bottom color. Orange and green, the goal is here. So we bring the goal down, we make a rod again, and we bring this thing up. Now we rotate the cube to look at the white and we solve it using fish hook. We don't always make a rod here and move it left. Sometimes we have to move it right as well. So in this example, we make a rod with green. Now we move it right. In the previous one, orange was the top color and green was the bottom color. So we moved it away this way. But in this case, since green is the top color, we move it away this way. And instead of bringing this down, we bring the goal here down. I always used to get confused with this. So if you want, you can check this video again and again. We make a rod again. We bring the white up. We rotate the cube to face the white. Last time we rotated it this way. This time we rotated it this way. And we solve using fish hook. Okay. So now finally we solved 2 layers out of the 3 layers. So this looks like it's 2/3 of the cube. But it's actually half of the cube. Because there are some complex simple stuff. I know that doesn't work. So now I'll shuffle the cube and make a pattern which is a little bit different. So this is the pattern. The edge is flipped and then all of the pieces on the bottom layer have yellow. So there is nowhere to find the edge except here. So in this case, you have to learn something new, which is a new way to solve a corner. So for fish hook, if we move it away, we bring this down. Okay, one more explanation. This corner is found in this row and this row. So when we use fish hook, we move this row down. Instead of moving this row, let's see if we can move this row down for a different method. If it's directly under, fish hook takes 4 moves. But this new method, which I call odd method, takes 3 moves. So instead of moving this, we don't need to move this away. We directly bring the other row like this. Now this piece has to come here. So we just turn yellow. Then we move it up. So then that solves. I'll remove using fish hook. Remove using fish hook is the opposite of fish hook. It takes 4 moves. Like this. The fish exits the hook goes up. But you have to remember to bring it back under. Otherwise, it won't work for solving that connected. Now I'll tell you how to make that pattern. So we solve this corner. Now, if you want to make that switched edge, we don't make a rod with the top color. We make a rod with the bottom color. We move it away from the top color. The hook comes down. This white thing, the gold comes down. We make a rod again and this white thing comes up. Now look, they're mismatched. They're not connected. So to make that problem, we misconnect it and then we solve it. So that problem gets made. So this will only help if you want to test yourself again and again, because this is a little bit difficult shuffle. So what we do, there are 2 methods to solve a corner which I just taught you. So we can remove with one method and solve using the other method. Let's choose to remove this with fish hook. We can hold it like this or like this. So I'll remove like this. I'm removing through fish hook. For fish hook I use this one. So I solve using odd. Now look, a new space has filled the gap. So then we continue the same old method. This hand for edge we don't have yellow. These two contain yellow, but this doesn't. So we move it to red and make a rod. We move it away from the bottom color. The gold comes down. We make a rod again. The white thing goes up. We solve using fish hook. Now notice they're connected, so we have to solve with fish hook. If we solve with odd, that connection gets mismatched and that previous edge comes. So we have to solve it using fish hook. Now let's just take a corner. Last time I showed you how to do odd method when it was like this. Let's try with this. So last time we moved it down, we turn this to our right. This time for this case, we bring it down, we have to turn it to our left to bring this here, and we go up. So there are like 2 ways to solve using odd, 2 ways to solve using fish hook, on the left side or the right side. Now we solve that corner. So now one really good puzzle. Okay, now I'm doing. So now that corner is solved. We make a rod with the wrong one and we continue that process. So one really good shuffle is when you're switching all the edge pieces. So you know what I'm doing. So I'll just do it a bit fast. So now this is like the mega tough shuffle. Some smart people, they solve this shuffle by shuffling the whole cube and solving it again. But instead, we should do it a better way. So last time I showed you how to remove using fish hook and solve using odd. We remove using fish hook and we solve using odd. Then we solve that corner, make a rod away from the bottom color, go down, rod again, up, solve using fish hook. Now let's try removing using odd and solving using fish hook. We remove using odd and we solve using fish hook. Now we hunt for that piece. We make a rod, away, down, and we solve it. So now I taught you to remove using odd, solve using fish hook, and remove using fish hook, solve with odd. So you can use any method as per your choice. And when you remove using fish hook, you don't have to always remove like this. You can sometimes remove like this as well. So we remove using fish hook, solve using odd. Then we hunt that piece down. So I showed you remove using fish hook this way, remove using fish hook this way, remove using odd this way. Now I'll show you remove using odd this way. So 4 edges, 4 different ways. We remove using odd, solve using fish hook. Then we make a rod, away, down, go. Then we solve this. So there are 4 different ways. All of them work. You can do whatever you want. Now there's a different scenario which is slightly easier. When this edge and this edge is switched. So the beginning is the same. I choose to remove using fish hook and solve using odd. Then this piece has to come here, not here. So when this piece comes here, this piece automatically gets out. So which makes it a lot easier. So you just have to remove one edge. The remaining happens automatically. And as I told you, the edge got removed. Thank my brain or thank science. So now we solve it. There are many other ways an edge can be assembled. Sometimes they are diagonally switched, but all of them have the same method to solve it. So now we have learned how to solve it when the edge is on the bottom layer and how to solve it when the edge is on the middle layer. It will never be on the top layer because you have already solved the plus and the plus remains where it was. So that is the complexity. The edge on the bottom layer is easy. For the middle layer, you have to remove using one method and solve using another method. So finally we have luckily finished 2 layers. Now you can see that it takes a lot of time to finish the 2 layers. So you should practice for about 2 days so that you can become better at first solving the 2 layers before you move on to the 3rd layer. So if you just want to go to the 3rd layer, you watch this video immediately. So for the 3rd layer, we flip the cube so that the 3rd layer is at the top. Now the first goal is getting the yellow plus like this. For the white plus, it's like these colors should be correct. But for the basic yellow plus, it's just a normal plus. So this is the step for yellow plus. This is the only algorithm you have to memorize, and it's not that difficult to memorize because there's like a tongue twister. So it's called F-R-U-R-U-F, fru and rough. Fru, rough, fru, rough. So that should make it easy to remember. So now when we are aiming for the yellow plus, we ignore the corners just like in the white layer. So which situation do you see? This. We just think about the edges and the centers. How many edges can you see? If you said 0, you're correct. So since you can see 0 edges, we are in this situation. There is an extra unnecessary corner though, but you don't have to worry about it. So F-R-U. F is for front, R is for right, and U is for up. So this is the front, this is the right, and this is up. So F-R-U is front. Hold front as any of the colors. When you get this center as only the center, you can hold any of these 4 ways. But for the other situations, you need to hold them in certain ways. So now I choose to hold it with blue as the front. So fru is clockwise and rough is counterclockwise. Front clockwise, which means turning front clockwise. Right clockwise, up clockwise. Right, so we did FRU, front, right, up, fru. Now it's RUF, right, up, front, rough. Right, counterclockwise. See, here this symbol is for clockwise and this symbol is for counterclockwise. Now, RUF, right, counterclockwise, up, counterclockwise, front, counterclockwise. So now, according to mathematics of the cube, if we do FRU, we'll get this situation. Let's check. Yep, we got that. Now, according to cube mathematics, if we do it again, we'll get this situation. And one more thing, if you just finish solving 2 layers and you turn the cube and you get this situation, don't hold it like this. You always must hold it like this, I'll show you what happens if we hold it like this and solve it. F, R, U, R, U, F. We don't go anywhere because we're not holding like this. If we hold it like this, we'll go on to the next step. So, I'll do it slowly. I'll hopefully get a line. Maybe I can trust my own mathematics. Okay, front clockwise, right clockwise, up clockwise, RUF, rough, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, front counterclockwise. Thank God, God saved me. So my mathematics was correct and we got the rod. When we get the rod, we have to turn the cube to make it horizontal. So depending on your choice, you can turn it like this or like this. All you have to do is get a horizontal bar. So I choose to do it like this. Now according to cube mathematics, I should get a plus, which is our goal. So I hold it as a rod and again, front clockwise, right clockwise, up clockwise, right counterclockwise, up counterclockwise, front counterclockwise. So there are some shortcuts for this, but right now we don't need them. So we got the plus, add some unnecessary corners. So the next step will be in making these edges correct. So this is the reference sheet for the FIU and RUF. So these arrows mean once you do FIU, you go to the next situation. And here this rotation sign is that you have to rotate the cube either right or left to make the rod horizontal. For example, after FIU, if you get this, you can rotate it either clockwise or counterclockwise to make it a horizontal rod. So now I solved the yellow plus, but as I told you, the next step is solving the edges. So first we hold it in the position we are in and we count the number of correct edges. This one doesn't match, neither does this, neither does this, neither does this. Yes. No, only this one matches. Wow, I was mistaken. So only one. We have to wait until 2 of them match. So we turn the top. This one matches. No, this one doesn't match. This one doesn't match. This one doesn't match, and this one doesn't match. Which means that none of them match. We turn it again. Oh, this one matches. Not this, or this, or this. So now there's only one more option, which is the 4th option. It should match. Well, let's check. This one matches? Nope. Nope. So this one and this one matches. So the ones which match are the orange and the green. So we hold it like this, away from us. Like they should be completely away from us. So now there's a formula called chocolate. Imagine somebody is giving you a bowl of chocolates. So we lift our hand. We cannot take a chocolate like this. So we have to take it this way. Like. And when we lift our hand and take a chocolate, it's polite. But if we just secretly take one, it's impolite. It's formally lifting hand, taking one, dropping. So in this case, I kept the 2 over here. And I hold it like this. When you lift this, it signifies like lifting your hand. And turning the top, is taking chocolate like this. If we cannot turn the top this way because we cannot take chocolates like this. We can, but it's rarely used. So we lift our right hand. We take chocolates with right hand. We take 2 chocolates, turn the top twice. We drop our hand politely. Then when he's not looking, we secretly take 1 chocolate. Then he looks back. He says, take more. So we politely lift our hand, take 1 chocolate, drop our hand. So we lift our, so he thinks we took only 3 chocolates, but we actually took 4. We lift our hand, we take 2, we drop our hand, we secretly take 1. Then he says take more, so we politely lift our hand, we take 1 chocolate and we drop our hand. So after we drop our hand, we have to make the edges correct. Red is here, the red center is here. So we just turn the top to match the edges. Matching the edges always has to be done after chocolate, otherwise none of them will match. So we can do it for any other color. Orange is here, the orange center is here. We match them and all of them are correct. So that is chocolate. I'll reverse it again. So after you learn chocolate, the reverse of chocolate is helpful to make the problem again and again. So I'm reversing chocolate. After you learn the whole cube, you can do this to test yourself and to teach others. So only one of them matches because this one and this one doesn't. So we turn the top. This one doesn't, this one doesn't, and this one does, this one does. So we hold them here and we do chocolate. We lift our hand, we take 2 chocolates, we drop our hand, secretly take 1 chocolate without lifting our hand. Then he says take more, so we politely lift our hand, we take 1 chocolate, we drop our hand and we match the edges. So that makes all of them correct. Now I'll shuffle it a bit to give a different scenario. There are only 2 possible scenarios for chocolate. Yeah. So in this case, none of them are correct. Let's turn the top. Oh wait, I messed up. Oh my god. Yeah. So now wait. Yeah. So now in this case, right now 2 are correct. We turn the top. Oh, luckily we have 2. So they are opposite from each other, which means you can never hold them like this. Let's turn the top again, twice. Now green and blue are correct. So no matter how you hold it, either none of them are going to be correct or 2 opposite sides will be correct. So what we do here, we can hold it anyway except we have to keep yellow at the top. We perform chocolate and we match. No, we don't need to match because like this is the first time. So we treat it like a normal step before chocolate. We turn the top until 2 edges are correct. And so now green and red are finally correct. We hold them here and we do chocolate. You can see where this is going. So if opposite edges are correct, you have to do chocolate twice. First a normal chocolate, then you have to do edge matching and check how to make 2 edges correct, and you do chocolate again. We cannot just do chocolate and hold it just like that and do chocolate. We have to do chocolate, turn the top until 2 edges are correct, and then do chocolate. But you don't need to worry because that's a very rare situation. I just taught you that because if that situation comes to you, you need to know what to do. So now here we come to the next step, which is pushback. So pushback is used to help us to fix the corners. So now we need to check how many corners match. When a corner matches, it means that these three colors can be found here. So right now they are not. Yellow is found, orange is found, but green is not found, blue is found. In this case, yellow and blue are found, but orange is not found. Here, red and blue are not found. And here, all of them are found. So we hold the correct one at our right hand bottom. So we hold it here and we do push back. We have to do push back until all of the corners appear like this. So you just need to remember the first three steps. Left lift, turn top this side away from your visibility, right lift. Those three steps you have to remember because I haven't invented a way to help us remember. Now we have to make this triple white. There's a corner here. So how do we make it triple white? By bringing the corner here. When it becomes triple white, we bring it down. Now make this triple white. When it becomes triple white, bring it down. Now match the edges. After chocolate and pushback, we always have to match the edges. And whenever we match the edges, we'll always be turning the top counterclockwise. It's never clockwise. So now this one matches, this doesn't match, this doesn't match, and this doesn't match. It's all okay, we don't need to worry, because hopefully in the next one all of them will match. So we hold the matching one here and we repeat it. Left lift, keep the turn top clockwise, right lift, triple white, when it becomes triple white, bring it down. Make this triple white. When it becomes triple white, bring it down. Turn the top counterclockwise to match the edges. So now, as my prophecy predictions said, all of them match. So now, luckily, one of them is solved here. So this one automatically matches since these three colors can be found here. So these other ones also match. So we don't need to do push back anymore. So we finally finished push back. As you can see, all of the corners match. Okay, so now before we go on to the next step, I request you and I plead with you to practice FRU and chocolate many times before you go on to the next step, because otherwise you'll get confused with the next step.